All right, so I just got back in from the gym and something totally random popped up on my phone. So I typically will either listen to music or a podcast. I listen to Modern Wisdom with Chris Williamson. One of my previous coaches showed up on there. I didn't expect him to be on there, and that was Dan Martell. So I was like, holy smokes, he's on such a big platform now. Fun fact, when I had my very first call with Dan, he was on his boat and I was explaining to him my past history, the businesses I ran previously, Pebble, and what I was doing with Pebble. This was early on, and he's told me to stop talking, and if I continued to say another self-deprecating thought about myself, that he wouldn't coach me. So I really appreciated that about Dan. His honesty at that moment really hit hard for me. I did not realize he really opened up my eye, and I was very, very insecure about, running a business, although I had a lot of experience, but specifically in the software space. Anyways, I got to join Dan and his wonderful team and just learned a lot. He comes from the tech world and now really is the face of the whole buy back your time movement. So if you haven't checked out his book, make sure you do so. It's an awesome book full of strategies, practical things to apply today, from like how do you check your email to when should you be bringing on a team member to how to document things. A lot of this I went through with him previously. I didn't know he was actually working on a book for this, but really cool to see some of that now shared with everybody outside of the world of software and being a software owner. So I know that a lot of people in our space, in the land space, are also applying a lot of what he is doing. So anyways, really appreciate Dan for his honesty. But one of the things that I have to be honest about Dan, I love him and I learned so much from him, but every time he went up to speak, every time he got interviewed, or anytime he did a social media post, he just sounded so perfect. Nothing was wrong in his life. He figured it all out. And that sort of almost started distancing me from him. That was just really such a weird effect. You look up to somebody, but there just seemed to be no flaws about him. It actually started turning me away from some of his content as I stopped, coaching with him after, almost 3 years. But one of the things I really appreciated in this interview with Modern Wisdom was because it was a long form discussion, you could sort of see the more real side of Dan, and I really appreciated it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I only do about 45 minutes at the gym every day. Make sure you check it out, Chris Williamson or Modern Wisdom with Dan Martell. He's gonna totally simplify the way you run your business. Maybe not simplify, but at least help you find more time. And speaking about simplifying, I'm super excited to give you an update on what's going on inside of Pebble. So I'm gonna head back. I gotta walk my kid to school. I gotta have breakfast with him. I'm gonna head back into the office. I'll look to share with you again something that we're working on in terms of simplifying, how you run your business and how you sort of go through your day inside of Pebble. So I'll come back. I'll see you in my office in a bit. All right, so let's talk about it. How did we simplify some of your time through our new notification system? We realized notifications just lived everywhere, and you really had to hop around all over the place inside of Pebble to find out what's actually going on. Not only that, you didn't have a lot of control. So if somebody got a call, you'd get that call, and your entire team would get that call. Who's to be answering that? And this is our new notification center and our new notification system within Pebble that I'm really excited to tell you more about. I remember when we were using a platform called ClickUp, now we're currently using Notion, there was a notification center that was just so simple to navigate. I would be shown a log that is logically ordered. I'd know everything in one place, what to work on and what was new. When I've done that, I would mark that as done or archived. Now we've done something very similar. We've unified all those notifications into one place. So we've got a new notifications tab. This is something you're gonna see anywhere with an app that you can just pull up. And I'm gonna show you in a second on my screen here, okay? Not only that, you can full screen this and view all your notifications, everything ordered for you. One really cool thing is we're also sorting these notifications. Things by like lead submissions through forms, mentions, tasks being assigned, automations, or your communication like text, calls, and voicemail to reminders, because now you can even get call reminders to follow up with a lead. By the way, if you want to see me and Kevin, my co-founder, demo this live, we do what we call office hours every other week. So if you want to join us on our next live demo in our upcoming office hours on September 11th at 12 p.m. Pacific and 3 p.m. Eastern. Head over to pebblerei.com/office and mark that on your calendar. Anyways, I do want to also give Kai on our team a big shout out as she led this project. She worked with our designer Sylvia and she really put together something that was really awesome. Obviously, the entire team and the product side got to work on this, but Kai really took the reins over this. Fun fact, Kai is all the way out in Singapore. She's been with us just under a year. She couldn't join us on our last retreat, but has been seriously pumping out some amazing code for Pebble. And I just want to remind you guys, we've got some really awesome people behind the team here working every day to make Pebble better. Some of them you do get a chance to interface with and talk to, like Sylvia, or one of our designers, or like Kevin as well. Anyways, let's hop over to my screen here. I'm going to show you what this is all about, all on our notifications, how you can control it. You've got new controls and where this all lives. Let's hop over to my screen right now. All right, so welcome to my screen here. I want to show you the new notifications area. You can find the menu item on the left bar here like it's always been, but one of the things you're going to notice is now the inbox, whether it's a seller inbox or a buyer inbox, whatever inbox you have, you notice there is no number badge here anymore. All the numbering of notifications now belong in the notifications tab. So if I can open this, you're going to see all your notifications. Now, one really cool thing we've done here is group the notifications in its different categories. So items that are assigned to you, reminders like call reminders, texts, calls, voicemails are in one, mentions, these are all going to be grouped. Now, each one of these categories are going to have more items. You can either hit view all or just come to the top here and hit all notifications. So this is what we've heard a lot from you guys. You guys want a list where you can just work through every item that you've been mentioned on or tagged on or that you're responsible for, maybe an inbox that you're managing or automations. This is all going to live here in chronological order. And what you're going to do is simply click into one of these, handle the task or whatever item it is that you have to handle, and then go back and mark it as read. And you're going to be able to work through this and clean this up on a regular cadence, maybe on a daily cadence or whatever it is. This is where you're going to manage a lot of your notifications and the things that you need to address, including tasks and assigned items. All right, I'm going to go back to the notifications item here, and I'm going to hit this gear icon. You can see here now you have the ability to control the notifications via email so you don't get your email bombarded. We've heard this one a lot too. Hey, I'm getting voicemails, text messages, or tasks assigned. I don't need that to come in and notify me every single time. You have now control over each one of these to make sure you have whatever enter into your email so you get notified by email as well. One other control item you get now is also within the inboxes. In each inbox, you're going to have something called silent mode. So let's say I am the owner of the business. I do not get involved with talking to initial leads that come into my inbox. I don't want to get notified of that. I can just turn on silent mode. I won't get a mobile app ring. I won't get any sort of a call on my browser. I won't get, a notification via email about a new text that came in. Only those that have the silent mode off are the ones that'll get notified of any items that come into the inboxes. This should give you a lot more control for people with different roles. Some people do not deal with anything in the inbox or communication. They do not need it. Or maybe you've got multiple acquisition managers with different inboxes. From there, they can sort of turn on one for themselves, and there's another acquisition manager in a different county. Well, they're going to turn off silent mode on their county or their inbox, but turn on silent mode for any of the other inboxes they're not responsible for. So these are just some of the things within the notifications and the new notification system that we have inside of Pebble. If you're interested in learning more, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Head over to pebblerei.com/YouTube and hit the notification icon as well, because Kevin and I go live every single month talking about what's new, what's coming up ahead inside of Pebble, and that's going to be live. Also, head over to pebblerei.com/office if you want to join our upcoming office hours, because every Wednesday we have an office hour, but every other Wednesday I will come in, and the next one on the 11th with Kevin, we're going to do a live demo. You can certainly engage with us, ask us questions. We're going to be there on a live Zoom call, talking more and demoing more about the notifications and some of the new features, including our upcoming mobile app. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next Pebble update here inside of YouTube. So again, make sure you turn on notifications, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.